What's up, guys? It's David coming at you from Organic Price Books. I already showed you what we're looking at today, and I am excited for it. It is the Absolute Final Crisis Absolute by DC. Now, I believe this is a reprint of it, so if you haven't gotten it, this is probably your chance to get it. And I would say this is probably... there's a lot of events. There's a lot of crises. There's Infinite Crisis, or Crisis on Infinite Earths. Identity Crisis. If you can name more, let me know. I know I'm missing several probably. But the Final Crisis one is... I'm trying to think how I would rate it. I personally thought the story was pretty interesting. I know it jumped a lot. And you kind of had to get all the tie-ins, so it was very like, oh my god. But I enjoyed it. The artwork was good. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So I'm going to show it to you. So here is the slipcase. I love that cover. I think this is the cover of the omnibus as well, if you have it. And then you have the inside of the book right there. Let me show you that. Now this one does come with a slipcase, dust jacket. And it has here Superman holding Batman like that when he's been shot by the Omega beams. Or it's not even the Omega beams, it's the beams that basically send him through time. Again, part of that story, you have to read it. Here is the spine. And the back right there, Batman being tortured. I don't really like dust jackets to go into slipcases just because like the dust jacket always like gets a little bit messed up. Underneath the dust jacket, you kind of have that same Superman holding Batman in the back. The front has the same as the slipcase. So yeah, but you know, the absolute format I think is probably the best way to read these. It's the best quality, best format, and the best presentation. So if you have the crises in the absolute format, I think that's, if you don't want to get too messed up, this kind of, you know, brings the story more into focus with what's needed to understand it, and it gives you a great format to have with extras on it as well. So that's probably the best way to read it, I would say. But let's jump into Absolute Final Crisis by DC and see what's inside. Boom. Right, let's go ahead and jump into Absolute Final Crisis. And I've said it just like the other absolutes we have. Oh, here's the contributors to it. Very cool. And thank you guys so much for this book. I collected all of the Final Crises in single format. I actually still have them. I went through them recently because I'm organizing my books to sell them, some of them. So, hey, let me know. But the Final Crisis, man, I remember it was so confusing. And you had to like get all of them to really kind of understand what's going on here. But, you know, I love the crisis events for DC. They were some of my favorites. This just looks so good. The semi-gloss on the absolute format are just insanely bright. The colors look amazing. And if you have any absolutes, you know what I'm talking about. This is the best format to read all of these books. And then you have the monitors there. Very cool. And these just look really good. Okay, let me tell you a little bit more about this book. Absolute Final Crisis. There was a war in heaven. Evil won. Now Darkseid, god of apocalypse, has fallen to Earth, and he's unleashing hell. Using the soul-destroying anti-life equation, he's remaking the heroes, villains, and everyday people of Earth in his dark image, and destroying reality itself in the process. Now superheroes from around the world and across the multiverse must make a last desperate stand against the forces of anti-life. Will Earth endure? And when the crisis reaches its climax, who will make the ultimate sacrifice? Written by visionary creator Grant Morrison and illustrated by a League of Comics top artists including J.G. Jones, Carlos Pacheco, and Doug Mankey. Absolute Final Crisis is an unforgettable saga of horror, hope, and heroism in a cosmic scale. And included in the crossover stories written by Grant Morrison from Superman Beyond, in its original 3D form, Submit and Batman with art by Doug Mankey, Lee Gerbett, and Matthew Clark. this edition it also features new story pages by Morrison and Mankey, plus never-before-seen sketches. Very cool. So, like I said, if you read the story, if you read that, let me know what you think about it. As one of the Crisis events, where would you put it at? And let me take a look here. Yeah, this just looks so good. I have to reread this just to kind of get it fresh in my head of it. But I just remember like Wonder Woman having that mask, and like I guess the whole world was just kind of, you know, going crazy. Batman, I remember that, the whole aspect with Batman. I don't want to give it away if you haven't read it, you know. I want you to really appreciate it. And yeah, he was captured. I forgot how he was captured, but it kind of makes him relive all his stuff. Very cool. This just looks amazing. But yeah, I have to reread it to just I remember the Black Racer. This panel, iconic. Yeah. And then what happens afterwards? Yeah, with Superman and everything going on. Yes. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, her mask. And at the very end, it's just Superman like in the machine. Yeah, I remember that. This is cool. Okay, so let me show you a little bit about that, the sketchbook here. Dark side, symbol of hope, symbol of good, that give you the different gods basically. And, it's very much involved with the new gods and all that, their story. Cosmic Racer. I think he's a Black Racer. So you're getting all of these sketches of all these characters here, which is really cool seeing all of that. Oh, and they're I guess the Dr. Fate, the Wonder Wagon, Captain Alan, Adam. Okay. The Super Young Team. Dark Mary Marvel. Oh my God. Overman, Overgirl, Mandrake, the Dark Monitor. Here's the script that you see there. Very cool. Black and white's there, more script. So you're getting a lot of extras on this one, as you can see. It's quite a bit. The Omega symbol, or the Omega symbol. The God of War. Oh, that's cool. It's again, to me, it's so impressive seeing the script coming to life in the art, and then just, the final product where you get to see it all come together. That's just so cool. And then the variant covers right here. There we go. Yeah, I remember that. And then the 3D one, Superman Beyond. Very, very cool. Like I said, I still have a lot of these. Joker, of course. Very nice. All right, there you go, guys. So that is fun. Oh, and it brings the glasses for the 3D. That's nice. Hey, always got to make sure you get that. There you go, guys. So check this out, this Final Crisis Absolute book at Organic Price Books. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.